It says here, liberal activists, I mean, how dumb do you have to be? Stage bizarre protest against Trump and Musk. So the bizarre protest is a guy who is dressed up like Donald Trump, and he's got a leash on, and the leash is being carried by an anti-white in a wheelchair. And it appears, not surprisingly, that your basic abstractionists, i.e., cuck-servatives, that they completely miss the meaningful point here. What a surprise, right? I write, the white man's motorized wheelchair used against us says it all. If you get it, you get it. The great Godfather, tree Godfather down there, points out $30,000 white taxpayers paid for that wheelchair. This person in that wheelchair is not paying for this. So I want you to think about this, the real meaning of this. The white man creates a push button society so that everyone can participate in our civilization. We make it push button from top to bottom. This group can't do it. That group can't do it. We need to make it push button. Little females are going to fly helicopters into the bottom of planes. We've got to get rid of that route that helicopters fly. Planes are at the same airport, T-38 almost colliding with an Airbus taking off full of human beings. Got to implement more push button society so that the failures of the people who cannot properly organize air traffic will be overcome by the white man's button to press. People are handicapped and they can't get around in the world, and their quality of life is diminished. They can't go out in the world and get to the grocery store, get to their job, work for a living, find meaning in that work, have friendships. They can't do any of that. So the white man invents a push button so that they can get to work and find meaning in their life, so that they can go hang out with their friends and have a meaningful life and a balanced life. And the anti-whites use the push button society we create to facilitate their participation against us every single time. They use our firearms against us. They use our laws against us. They use our wheelchairs against us. They use the roads we paved against us. They use our legislatures against us. They use the electricity against us. They use everything that we have created against us. There is a really that's a really profound topic to explore. That the magnanimity, the concern, the sympathy, the empathy, that concern for the other and what their life is going to be like, and picking them up out of their sorry state, enabling them to do things that they could never do. All of this beneficence, all of this concern, all of this love, all of this selflessness used as a weapon against the white man. Plant that seed in your mind and let that grow, because that will bloom, that will grow and supply you with endless passion to address anti-whiteism. None of this is happening by their own doing. All of it is happening because we have given them the ability to injure us. We gave them citizenship. We gave them the right to vote. We allowed them to work in the factories that we created, to participate in the economies that we invented. And all of it is turned against us. Let that piss you off. Most important aspect of that is the moral aspect. Who is the morally superior in that scenario? The giver, the doer, the creator, the selfless, the white man. And who is the immoral cur? Everyone else who needs that button and then uses it against us. That should be, that fact should be one of the most preeminent, moral motivators for every single one of us. Make sure you tell your white children. This is how ungrateful people behave. This is what your kindness has been given in return. This is what your love has been given in return. Never forget the shock in the live chat many years ago when we talked about the article where the anti-white was complaining about the women being kept out of the role of pilot during World War II, and how the women were finally participated in increments, flying resupply, and etc. And then I took this story and I pointed out the white men came up with the idea to allow women to participate in this way. The white men, if you remember from the story, went out and held a lottery for all the women who were interested. They held a lottery because they couldn't take every single woman and train them all. So all the women that won the lottery that the white man held to train women how to fly airplanes for the military, they took the winners and they trained them all. And many of them crashed repeatedly again and again and again at rates far higher than their male counterparts. And they kept training them. Who? The white men. Until finally, they've got these squadrons of females that they could get a picture of, and is now a part of our history books to tell us how evil the white man is for keeping women out of being pilots in the military. And what do the women say? No, no, no. We should be thanking them. Oh, no, they don't actually say that. They say, yes, we put our foot down and we said, you're going to make us pilots. And they just had to do, we didn't have to do shit. We didn't have to do shit for you. We didn't have to do shit for women. We didn't have to do shit for non-whites. And this story right here. And how does the abstractionist cuck see it? Liberal activists having a bizarre protest. Starch yourself. Starch yourself.